may have seen this car, this car, this car, or this car. These are all Teslas. Tesla is an electric car company that I am obsessed with, and yes, this is a Tesla hat. So I decided to make a video about all of them. First up, we have the cheapest model, the Model 3. This will start at $29,000, but really it's $35,000. But where I live, I get a benefit for buying an electric car. For range, you get 263 miles, and I know it varies for your weather, but the speed is 140 miles an hour, and you can get to 60 miles an hour in 5.3 seconds. Then, for the long-range model, you'll get 353 miles on one charge. Now, that's twice as much, but you're paying $38,000, which ends up being $44,000, so it is a lot more, but if you're going to be driving really far distances, then this might be the one for you. This will just get a little bit more speed and a little bit faster from the 0 to 60. It'll be 4.2 seconds instead of 5.3. And then for the performance, this is the most expensive one. It's $54,000. You'll get 315 miles because it's not long range, it's performance. And then you'll get 162 miles per hour. That's the max. And then you can get to 60 in 3.1 seconds, so that's pretty fast. For customizing a Tesla, you get 5 colors on all of the Tesla. That's all you get. And you usually get 1 or 2 wheels that you can choose from and 1 or 2 interiors. On the expensive interiors, which we'll get to later, you get tan, not just black and white. Now on to my favorite, the Model Y. The Model Y is basically just a bigger version of the Model 3, but it only has long range and performance. So the long range is going to start at $42,000, but it's really $48,000 like the Model 3 and all of the other cars. You're going to get 326 miles on one charge and 135 miles per hour. And then for performance, it's not much different than the Model 3. It's 303 miles on one charge and 155 miles per hour. And getting to 60 is a little bit slower than the Model 3. It's 3.5 seconds. And again, the customization, you don't get that many options, but with the options you get, you can make a really cool car. This is my dream car. Now, on to more of the expensive cars. So, Tesla has just done a Model S and X refresh. So, now the S has a Plaid and a Plaid Plus, which I'll get to in a second. They look a little more aggressive, and I personally love the interior. The Model S is only going to come in long-range Plaid and Plaid Plus. The long range is going to be $72,000, so that's what I mean by expensive. It's good enough there. And for your mileage, you'll get 412 miles on one charge, which is really, really good. Your top speed will be 155 miles an hour, and you can get to 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds, so the same as the Performance Model 3. Now for the Plaid, it's going to be $118,000, which is so expensive. Maybe if you're a race car driver or something, maybe this is for you, but this is really expensive. Your top speed will be 200 miles an hour, and you can get to 0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds. Your mileage for the Plaid is 390 miles on one charge. So Plaid is pretty good. But Plaid Plus, probably Tesla's most expensive car, coming in at $148,000. And this is just the base model. You can do better wheels and better colors. But with that price, you also get 520 miles on one charge. And it says plus on the website, so maybe that means that on updates it could get more. The max speed is 200 miles an hour. One nice bonus with the Model S and the Model X is you get nicer interiors. As you can see on this picture, the steering wheel is like a race car steering wheel, and the tan interior looks really nice, which you don't get on the Model 3 and the Model X. And yes, you can get a black or white interior, but the tan looks so nice. You also get a heads-up display, which you don't get on the Model 3 and Y. Now to the Model X, the biggest Tesla makes. It starts at $83,000, which is pretty expensive. Your mile on one charge will be 360 miles, and your top speed will be 155 miles an hour. And in this big car, you can get to 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, which is really good for that size. This is also the car with the big Falcon doors. That is just so cool. By the way, that's the long-range model. For the Plaid model, it'll start at $118,000, and your mileage will be 340 miles, which is good for a big car. The top speed is only 163, which is good for a big car, which I hope nobody's going that fast in this big car. I know I said big car a lot. And it can get to 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. That's fast. And again, it has that nice interior as the Model S. It's just a little more spacious, and you can get a nice big back row. There's also the Cybertruck and the Roadster, but I'm not counting those because those aren't out yet. If you like this video, or if this video was helpful in any way, like this video, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching!